know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First play, Watson to the air. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now Watson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Kyler Fackrell from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Oh, good move. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But we always talk about how coaches say we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They've built their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in a bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him, because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Bengals at 10-2 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out in the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
First down. Here's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Ready? From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Boyd's the target, and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the 1st quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball game.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Off of play action, it's Watson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bengals! Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, yes, that was good pressure applied that time by the defensive unit. They forced him out wide to his left, but with nobody home, he decided to tuck it and go, and he's able to turn it into a short gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Watson. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Taylor now returning it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
It's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper. 30 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Again, that's Hurst. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. A drive there in just 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. That one caught by Felton. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. York able to send this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. But the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings him to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. After the interception, here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 22, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers in.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Watson. He finds his man complete. That's Grant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. The late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Mixing up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. T. Higgins is the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Watson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson looking for Cooper. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson's throw taken in by Ridley here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Calvin Ridley, 55 yards. And the Browns use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down 31-28. A minute 51 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Connecting with Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. And the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Perrion Winfrey brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing, Burrow. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge. I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. An excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles.